Hey guys, I got a Mackie amp here. I've had several of the 1400i's, but I picked up this from a friend the other day. They gave it to me and said it was using it to run two 18-inch subs, JBLs. He said the sucker would just run for a little while and screw up and click in and out and cause all kinds of problems. The safety board, what's it called? Anyway, the safety board, whatever you call it. So I had put this, it's a 5-inch fan, it's a little wimpy one in there. The other one was burned up, had some cracked solder joints, and a couple of the connectors were bad. And here, this is the power board. You can see this is a 2600 watt amp. It's really nice. I'll do another video. Just doing a little repair video. We got the sink out and cleaned it up. This has got the T cooling design in it. I really like the older Mackie stuff. Mackie's been bought out by somebody now and it's junk now. But the T cooling is it brings cool air into the front here. The variable speed 24 volt fan, which I do not have. So we're going to put an AC fan in there with a power switch so you can turn it on and off if you want to, if you're using it inside. This thing draws 240 watts just sitting. So it's a monster, man. I mean, it's a monster. As opposed to the Carvin, the 1000 watt Carvin there, which is what we're listening to right now, with the Alpines in the corner and the old boxes there, and then the Wharfdales, because I fried the tweeter that I repaired in there, and that one's still working, but we got the other one right there, as you can see. So we're listening to those right now. I don't know why this... Oh, you have to stop. Anyway, we're doing the preamp out of here, CD player preamp out into here, and then into the Carvin right now. Low, high filters are on, so let's turn those off for a second. So check out these tweeters here. Hang on. SMS 100s, Carvins, Alpines, I'm sorry. Just running the models. Big fat cap down in there. It's SBS 600. Sounds good. Been using the Wharfdales. Purple donut. Lower frequency driver. Hey, and there's what I used to pull them off with. My resistor. Alright. Also have EQs. I'll show you the subs hooked up with both of the amps later. Show you how all that works. But for now, this is the Mackie 2600 M2600, and so we've got this all pulled out. I'll show you the innards here. There's the protect board one. The other one sits underneath. Had a bunch of crazy relay clicks, and I checked the transistors and everything reads the same. There's where you check your bias and stuff right there on this board here. There's the fan outlet. But we're going to put an AC fan in it. I want this thing to stay cool, because I'm going to use this a lot with some big PV speakers I've got with 18s in them, and then I'm going to use that for the tops. And I've got a board, you've seen the video. So here's what we're doing. I'll show you later. I'm going to put a little switch in so you can turn this off. If it starts to get hot, it'll shut off, and it's got a hot thing here, so it'll tell you what's going on. It'll protect itself. So that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna pop this fan in there, and then I'll give you a look at what we got after that. I've cleaned it all out. These are not discharged, so I have to be careful. I'm going to unplug these, and there's a bracket that goes on to hold this harness on. Man, look how heavy duty this thing is. I love Mackie. It's the best. And we had the PV over there figured out too. It's got 4 shorted transistors in it. Don't see anything else burned out. I think the way it's made is it doesn't burn a bunch of biasing resistors out in it. But anyway, so I had replaced this amp with this fan and fixed the other few things going wrong with it, and it's good. A couple of the wires into these connectors here were actually loose. You know how it has the little wings that come out that holds it in its socket? So I replaced those. I actually have some of those and soldered them in. And a couple of the fuse holders were loose, so I tightened those back up and cleaned them. Checked the diodes. It's really cool. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these before, but you can get these 3M cleaning pads. They're so awesome. They're diamond. These are like $26 each, but they will sharpen metal. They'll do anything. They're made by 3M. Excellent. You got a kind of rougher one here. They came from General Electric plant here in town. My father-in-law worked there. He was built tools there forever. So that's what we're doing. There's a huge heat sink. This thing's heavy. The power amps here. You see how big this transformer is? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put the AC fan in, put a little switch somewhere. I haven't decided where, if I can find a little place. I don't want to drill another hole in the chassis. But this thing weighs 8 million pounds. Not even as heavy as the PV. That's 1.3. This is 2.6 kilowatts. Bridged at 2 ohms. It'll run at 2 ohms. I think that one runs at 4,000 watts, so they're probably pretty close. But this one will run down to 2 ohms. 4 ohms bridge, 2 ohms stereo at well, whatever it was. The cool thing about the Mackies, you've also got speakons, and you've got this crazy different connector because it's the cord is like that thick. I think it's 10 gauge wire. But so you got speakons, binding posts, you know, what, 2 3-way binding posts. So you can 1,300 watts per channel at 2 ohm load. Okay, so you still 2 ohm stereo. 4 ohms bridge. Okay, yeah. And so you've got you can use this. It's got crossovers in it to run. And then you've got both ends of the cord, which is cool. That's how I had it hooked up to this guy with some mic cables. It doesn't have through, but so what you can do is you can use this Mackie amp to run the tops, and then use it to the subwoofer. You can use the crossover in this to crossover out to the other amp, or you can use this to run just the lows, and it'll crossover out, you know, the highs and mids to that amp. Very versatile, very cool amplifier here. Never had a 26, but I've had 3 M2600Is. Had a bunch of stuff get gone, but so we're rebuilding here power amps, and you haven't seen my big speakers yet. They're all in the storage unit. We're gonna get those here next and show you, but it's got the roll off, everything. I've done a bunch of amplifiers and stuff. Every band I was in always did all this stuff for it. So balance, unbalance ins, throughs. Like I said, you can change the frequency of the subs you're using. I got them on 90 now, 90 hertz. But anyway, so that's where we're at. This is the old fan connector. I'm really eventually going to probably take that AC fan out and put in a 24 volt DC fan, because it'll run variable speed. This thing decides how warm it gets. I guess it's got a thermistor in there, and you know how it works. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll do another video in a minute. I'm gonna upload this real quick. It's been a while since I've done one, and I burned up my iPhone and put some current into one of the channels with my output, so I don't have stereo out anymore. So I ordered this guy, which is the charging and output jack for the audio and all that crap. So we're gonna try and put that in next. Can't do a video of it. Maybe I'll get my other phone or something and do a video of that. But so that's where we're at on that stuff. There we go. So wire and harness there for strap. So there we go. This is the Mackie 2600. Badass.